Thank you for coming. We're gonna first questions is where you born?
Okay. Thank you so much for having me today for this interview.
Thank you so much.
And I'm starting to say, my name is Zoya Elhassan, and I'm originally from Sudan.
Sudan.
Yeah, Sudan, which is a country in Africa. Yeah, I can show you here in the map where my country is. This yellow with this green, this is the Sudan, and it's just like almost in the north or center of Africa, south to Egypt. Sudan is considered was the biggest country in the world and in Africa before the separation. Yeah.
So how long have you been living in United States and Boulder?
Okay. I came to United States finally in 2005, and I came right away to Boulder. Yeah. So I live in Boulder since 2005, like 8 years now, living in Boulder.
Can you describe the climate and the landscape in your country?
Okay. Yeah, Sudan is considered like country of like almost is a desert country in north of Sudan, and like forest in the south of Sudan. So if you go to Sudan, so the north of Sudan is very dry and very hot area, and you move towards the south, so you see like green and forest and very nice climate and weather in the south of Sudan. Yeah, and we don't in north of Sudan we don't have a lot of rain. The rainy season is very short, but in south of Sudan is rain a lot.
So which is the most beautiful place in your country? Can you describe it?
The most beautiful place in my country. Okay. Every single mile or kilometer in my country is beautiful. Yeah. We have really the most beautiful thing is the Nile River.
Oh.
Yeah. We have the longest river in the world, and along the Nile River you can go and see beautiful views all over the country, from south to north. Yeah, and also we have very beautiful wildlife in Sudan. Yeah, if you visit some area, we called it a Dindir area, which is full of wildlife, and it's very beautiful. You go to the west of Sudan, and we have the mountain. We call Jabal Marra mountain, which is really wonderful place to visit, to stay, and you see the waterfalls and the trees and the mountain. And if you go to the east of Sudan too, also we have beautiful mountain too, and we have the Gulf, like the Red Sea area is very places to live. So we have many places in Sudan to go for tourists and to see.
Wow, so beautiful place.
And actually the place that I came from, the city, or say the village that I grew up in, and I lived in it for a long time, it's very nice place. It's an island. It is in the middle of if you see here the map, and here's Khartoum, where the blue Nile and white Nile meet to form the river line, is where I live. It's called Tuti Island.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to cross every day before, like until 2006. Since I was little, we have to cross the river every day. We started by ferry at that time, and then it come a little bit like more advanced, and they have a small boats. This is a electronic, or what we call it, the boats that use machine, and now they have bridge. It's just like 6 years ago they have
it's
it.
a really long bridge. Or?
Yeah, it's kind of not very big, but it's good for the, yeah. Then people now they can cross using driving cars. Before we have to park our cars.
And cross.
Yeah, there's a huge parking lot. This is in the side of the capital, so we have to cross every day to go to school, to go to work, because it's very living. It's a living area. Like people just live there, but they cross every day to go to schools or work. But the good about the place that I lived in is surrounded by farms. So everybody, most of the people own their own farms. Like they cultivate their own vegetables and all the fruits, everything in the same island. Yeah.
So islands, is that
Island.
because of the Nile River?
Yes, yeah. You see the Nile River,
yeah.
it come if yeah. I have to prepare long
No,
map
no,
for
no.
you, but it's the lie. It goes like that.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, and here where the white Nile and blue Nile meet here, this area is an island called Tuti.
You think
Tuti,
that
which is in the middle here, in this area.
you think a culture is really different? You think?
Yeah, this is a good question. Yeah, the culture is very different. You know what? Although we live in the middle of the capital of Sudan, Khartoum, but if you cross the Nile from Khartoum to go to my place, my village, it's completely different culture.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, because still people live their old tradition.
Oh, so
Life, traditional life. Yeah. So you see, people are very bond to each other, and the social life is people like visiting each other every day. Everybody, you know, every single person in that village. Yeah. So it is different from the modern and the style in the capital. Yeah.
But they still speak same language.
We speak the same language, yeah. And most of them, originally like from the same tribe, or maybe 2 to 3 tribes only live in this island.
Wow, it's interesting.
Yeah.
So will you please describe a custom you think is most representative of your culture?
Okay, of my culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. The most custom that represent my culture, our social life.
Social life.
Yeah, with all our traditions we have in our culture, it's completely different because we are mixed. We are not like completely African, and we are not completely Arab. We speak Arabic.
Oh yeah.
But still our African culture is deeply originated in my culture. So one of the things that I really like about my culture, how the strong bond between people, like people in the same neighborhood, even in the same village, they are very connected. They are very supportive to each other, help each other, celebrating every single things, happiness or sorrows together. And also our tradition, I like our tradition in the wedding. It's completely different. It's totally different, and it's very beautiful things that we wearing our own tradition dresses, and we having our drums, and maybe the wedding it can be continued for 5 to 6 days.
Really?
And you have to invite the whole village and all your other relatives from every place. They come and maybe your wedding, maybe 1,000 or 2,000 attending it.
So what do you do during the 5 days?
Okay, oh yeah, different. We have to celebrate the bride.
Yes.
First 3 days before celebrate the bride, what we call it henna, which kind of traditional. We put
yes.
henna, and this is like a big party for all the people, and especially women to dance, and we have our traditional singer at that point. Yeah, women also come and using drum and sing a lot for that day, and then you have to celebrate the other day the groom henna too, because we put henna for men too.
So one day for bride, one day for
and then the second day is for both of them. Like they can do whatever they want to do. If they want to wear a white dress, they have to do it. And then the fourth day they have to wear our traditional with a lot of gold all over, and it's also only traditional songs by men and women, and traditional dance, and including all. And then the last day they have to do, we have some tradition, we call it jartik, and it is tradition about wishes for the bride and groom by the old women in the community.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have to come and put some kind of perfumes that is local made by women too. They put them in their head, in their face, and then also they drink milk, which milk sign because it's white. So it's a sign of happiness and wishing for them good life.
Good life.
Yeah. So they drink this, and they have to switch together, drink it, and that means by that day that now it's done, then they can go in their honeymoon. But maybe still you have like part of your family still staying with you. Yeah.
So these people still have the traditional wedding.
Yeah, yeah, we have it until now.
Yeah,
we have
what
it
kind
all.
of dress or the clothes?
It is like, you know what, this is what I'm wearing now.
Yeah.
This is like normal one. But because in that day, all the women, they have to wear very beautiful
one. Yeah.
Beautiful with, it's like beads and sparkling and making henna all over their hands. So the bride, she has a special one to wear that made like a couple of months ago, and then she has to put gold in her hair, gold all over her hands. Yeah, she looks different from the others, but all the women, ladies in that day, they wear really beautiful dresses. Yes. And I just wanted to mention thing. In Sudan, most of them we wear this. Most women in Sudan we wear this when you go out to visit, and if you go to work, you can wear it, but we wear it in very light color to work.
Okay.
Maybe most of the women wear it in like white, maybe or off white. It's just like because a place to work, you don't wear something
really
sparkling and colorful. But you go evening for visits, and if you go for anything, you wear, and we call it top. Top, Sudanese top. These days, not all the girls wear it, but it still is our tradition, and we stick to it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful culture.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So next questions. Can you tell me about jobs you held in your country or religion? Or
what do you mean?
Your job?
My job?
You had a job.
When I was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually I graduated from University of Khartoum in Sudan while I was there, and I started working right away in women issues. I started actually by environmental awareness, because as I told you, Sudan is very drought country, and we started to go and work with women, encouraging them to plant trees in their area and in their houses, in their villages, around their villages, to protect them from desertation. Yeah, and then after that, I did my master's degree in Germany. In women development, and I work in Sudan in different non-profit organizations, mainly empowering women, and also by education and by income generating activities. Yeah, this is what I work in Sudan.
Okay. So how's the women's status in Sudan?
In Sudan, okay.
Is it easy to find a job, or
you know what? It's just like what's going on all over
here-
the world now.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. You can find, but it's still like with this, we have inflation, we have
Yes.
some economic problems in Sudan. So they still like struggling to find job, but they can go to school. And women in
no
Sudan,
problem.
she can go to school until like higher education, and they can work in any position like judge or in the government. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Next, okay, thank you. Next questions are, when and why did you decide to come to the United States? You're smiling.
Okay. Yeah, you know what, like, say 15, 20 or 19 years ago,
Yes.
the situation in Sudan started to deteriorate
Okay.
by the regime ruling Sudan now is not like really working in the towards helping people. So everything is getting deteriorating. Like if you talk about the education is being not very good, and at the same time it's very expensive, and they move to the private education more than the public, which in Sudan most of the people are like middle class. They need public education more that can be available for everyone. And then also the health is very bad, the hospitals and everything. So we decided to find another opportunities for our kids. So
Yes.
we decided to see if we can go, and we got lucky. Like we ended to come here to United States, and we want to see. We decided to go and see if it works for us and for our kids, so we can stay. And now we stay.
When you came to Boulder from Sudan?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a huge.
So how did you find about city of Boulder?
Okay. Yeah. It's interesting.
If
It's very interesting.
you don't mind telling us.
No, it's fine. No, we moved 2005, and I remember when we moved to Boulder, it's very rare and hardly to see dark skin in Boulder.
Oh,
at
yeah.
that time, I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah,
Now, I remember like we walked out of the house and like no diversity at all at that point. But what I like and impressed me from the first time, how people like people smile on your face, people look at you if you need help, they try to help you. So this is give me some comfort, like okay, you may try this place. And we tried it, and we had really good experience in it. And also like the things that they have here open for public, like the public library.
Yeah.
And this is what I did. Like the first day I moved, then the second day, the next day I went to the library. Yeah, and it's really funny to me because I went and I was like, can you just walk? And then I asked, and I met Ghada
Yeah.
by chance in the library.
Wow.
The first person that I met, and she right away she came to me and she greeted me, and I'm like, okay, somebody now knew, and greeted my daughter. They were very little at that time, like 8 and 5 years old. And then she introduced herself to me, and then I feel more comfortable. Okay, now. And then she asked, she recognized, like, I think you are from Sudan. And I was shocked. This lady knows even I'm from where. Then we talked together, and then she right away tried to give me like full orientation about the library, what the library offers,
Yes.
and everything. So I found, okay, this is a place of like knowledge and all the information you need, so you don't have to worry about anything. And from that day I started, like, whenever I need something, even walk or just pick up the phone and ask. Even if I want something around Boulder,
Yeah.
I just like my reference is the Boulder Public Library to ask about anything there, which is really very helpful. And I found out also the same day she told me about, if you can, we can just now issue you library card. And I asked, how can I get the books? And she said, like, you just borrow the books and bring them back. And I'm like, oh, free? How's I trust? Because you know what, like, back home we don't have that, like, to go and, because you get the book, maybe you can return it or not. Yeah. So that is good. Even you can have books and go and read for your kids. So I started from that time. I started to come to the public library, borrowing books, and also volunteer at the library at some events.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a really good story.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Okay.
What's so next question?
Continue about public library.
Or if you want to do, yes.
Yeah, just because to me, like, the public library is very good things for people, especially for foreigners who coming from overseas, and from people who are coming from developing country and overwhelmed by everything here around you. So you go to the library, and especially the outreach program, because when you go there, you see the people who are working there. You see how they are really welcomed you, and they help you to feel comfort about, even if you are from different place, but still this place is also for you. Yeah. So I started, the first things when the most thing that I started at that time, like, to volunteer a lot at the public library, and which I really like. They open this volunteer opportunity for people. Yeah. So this is help you to feel confidence, to feel like you trust others, to feel like, okay, I can do something here. Even I'm in a new place, different culture, different climate, especially the snow is really like something new to me. Yeah.
You saw the snow first time in here?
Yeah, the first time for me. Yeah, I came from like 120 or 130 degree. Yeah, and I came to minus to which is so you feel like, okay, this is a place that you can do something, even that you have struggling with the culture or you're struggling with weather, but still you can do something. Yeah. So because of that, I keep going and volunteer a lot in the public library, because also it opens opportunities for you to know other people, to know other places in this in Boulder, other opportunities like job opportunities and all this. So it's very helpful to me when I moved here. Yeah, and now I'm like Boulder person.
What do you think about Boulder?
No, now I'm thinking like it's my place now. I can go everywhere. I can do everything, and I like the nature here. I really love the nature, like to go on out, especially during summer, to go and see greens everywhere and go and see the mountain. It's very beautiful place.
So do you remember the first impression of Boulder when you arrived? You know, do you remember the day?
It's just mixed of feelings. The first impression to you, because like you feel like it's like the first impression is really hard to describe, because you feel like, okay, I'm here now, far away from my home, from my people, from my country and you came for totally different place
Yes.
from all points, like people, different culture, different weather. Yeah, so the first impression is kind of like, say, fears. I'm kind of asking yourself, I'm sure, are you sure that Zoya, you can make it here?
Yes.
You can make it here, you can find your path here, you can do something here.
Yeah.
But gradually,
yeah,
you can change your feelings and it's turned to positive things.
Wow. So how was your English that you learned English?
I learned a
in your
little bit
country?
back home, but when I came here, also one of the things that in the public library, and one of the things that I remember Ghada told me from the first day, she gave me like books and also DVDs and tapes. You can go and listen because the first things to me is a difficult accent.
Yeah.
Somebody talk to you and hardly you pick up only 2 words. And I'm like, what's that? Because the accent, people speak fast compare back home, because back home we speak our language, Arabic. So English sometimes we just on papers, but also after that she introduced me to the Boulder Read, and I joined the program, and I benefit a lot from it.
Thank you. So what are your favorite things to do in Boulder?
Okay. As I told you, I love nature, so I go for a walk a lot. I like to go and walk, and I also do hiking, not that much. And this is interesting because before I was really scared of hiking because I came from like sea level place, and I didn't live next to mountain all my life until I moved here. So the mountains is still to me a little bit scary, but with my friends here, when you talk about, okay, this is like a little bit scary of it, okay, let us try hiking. So I tried hiking and I like it really. So I go like for
So you love hiking. Good.
And walking more. Yeah.
Do you work around your house?
No, I love to walk in the trails. Like I go trails and walk in the trails a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about your friendship you have made here in Boulder.
Okay. I just wanted to say something that I'm very open, outgoing person, and I'm not like the person who prejudge on people. I like to know people, so this has helped me a lot here when I moved.
Wow,
So I started to I can easily introduce myself to someone, and I started actually also by my neighbors, because traditionally in Sudan you cannot live by yourself in your house. You have to have connections with all neighbors around you, and we lived in a complex like for the students housing, and this is was very helpful here, because I started like, okay, see my neighbor, and then I started say hi and introduce myself and talk to them. And even because traditionally in Sudan, if you make something at home, you have to give some to your neighbor. So I started to do that, and I was like, how they can accept it, and they did. Accept. I'm like, when I make any kind of food, I took some, and then, okay, can you try my food? And this is what I want just to. This one bring me back, because we were in Germany for a couple years, my husband and I, and I remember in Germany. The difference between the German and American is very open people. and they're very eager to know about you, your culture, everything about you. German a little bit, very contained. So I remember like it's hard to offer some food to them. But here I found it easy. People can eat, can try your food, and I went even further here, like with my neighbor, like, okay, if you need something, you don't want to run to the store, don't go to the store, come and knock on my door, because in Sudan we do that. And we had this, like someone want like just one piece of onion. She doesn't need to go to the store and get it. So they knock on my door, okay, and I do, and I do the same too. Yeah.
Very traditional.
Yes, and I made friendship with different people, like American, other nationalities, if like from Africa, from South America, from Asia, from all over the place. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen something T set right there.
Okay.
Will you describe that?
Okay, as I told you, when you asked me about, I said I like the social life in Sudan.
Social life.
Because most of the women in Sudan, like especially women in my mom age, maybe your mom age, if they don't work, and even in our holidays, we always have a social time together, like after like noon or a little bit after noon. The people get together, women get together and have tea or coffee together. It's important every day in the neighborhood happen. You cannot stay one day without someone knock on your door and come in. You don't have to make an appointment to come in. Yeah. So this is one of our tradition. We use this pot for the coffee.
Oh, coffee.
Yeah. Like, and then the women, they have a small stove using charcoal next to them, and they put it, they made the coffee in it, and then they pour it here, and then this you can put it also in the charcoal to stay warm. Yeah. And you have this like a stand for it. This is made by the women too, and they do it when they are drinking their coffee. They start making this and then just give it away to each other. Yeah. And this is also like, this is how we drink our coffee traditionally. Yeah. So you pour it like that. Yeah. And you may add sugar, which is important. You cannot drink coffee or tea without sugar, back home. Yeah. And also one of our tradition, you have to offer something if you have, like dates, like you see dates, and maybe if you have any kind of candy. If not, you don't have to. And also we make because we have some festivals we do after Ramadan. If we are fasting Ramadan, then after Ramadan we have a big feast. We call it Eid al-Fitr, and then we bake this kind of cookie, and it's easy, made by women and with sugar in it, and you have it for the whole holiday celebration. Yeah. And also you make it maybe also during the throughout the year for people if they come to your house and visit. Yeah.
So how does the coffee taste like? It's like American?
No,
it's
no,
darker.
No, it's dark. Yeah. Do you want to try some? I can give you.
Oh, later I will try.
I can give you some now.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll try later for sure.
Okay, good.
Okay, thank you. Oh, so can you find those kind of like date or cookies from your hometown?
Yeah. Yes. Because you know what, we produce dates in Sudan. We don't need even to get it from anywhere. In the north, far north in Sudan, there's a place there. It's like they have trees, date trees all over. Yeah. So it's grow there, and then they bring it to Khartoum or all over the Sudan. Yeah.
Can you find it in Boulder?
This one, no, we cannot find ours in Boulder, but we can get it from Sudan, and it's different. Unfortunately, the one that I had, we ate it all during Ramadan, because in Ramadan we have to eat dates. But Here we buy it from here, but usually we brought some from Sudan, which is different, like a little bit harder than this here. Yeah. But this is, I can make it. This I made it.
Wow, you made it?
Yes.
I thought you purchased it.
No, ours is different. Taste different too. You have to taste it too.
Okay, I will taste. So next question is, what do you miss about Boulder? Like when you're away from Boulder, do you miss something about Boulder?
Yeah. Boulder now became my place. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My home now. So I really missed Boulder, and I miss the quietness in Boulder, because when you go to naturally I don't like crowded, busy cities.
Yeah.
I like Boulder because I miss it's very calm, very quiet, and easily to drive.
Yes.
Yeah, which is really important to me.
Yes.
Yeah, to drive around. And people, I miss people too. People here are very helpful. If you ask for something, you find help right away. And the nature, the mountain, the different nature, you find different nature here. Yeah, I miss it a lot when I'm away from it.
How about you miss something, your country? Do you miss your?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Something
in my
from your
country,
yeah.
I miss it every day. Since I'm like here now for 8 years, but still. Yeah.
What kind of thing do you miss?
You miss your people.
Really?
You miss your family. Yeah, because you're far away, and if you want to go, you cannot make it every year.
Yes.
You need to make it for 3-4 years, which is far. But I miss them every day. I miss the social life there.
Social life,
the hospitality.
Yes.
Yeah. Your home. Yeah.
Do you have a job here?
Yes, I'm working at Boulder Valley School District.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as assistant teacher in community Montessori school here in Boulder.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's for children.
Yeah,
I read.
Yeah. It's elementary school in Boulder.
Elementary school.
Yeah.
How do you like? How do you like it?
I like it. Yeah, I like it. Good. Yeah, it's very good place to work. The school that I work in, very good environment, and very helpful people. They work in like team.
Yes.
Spirit, which I like. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, next questions. You kind of describe how did you know about the library? And what does actually what does mean to you?
How did I know about public library?
Yes.
You know what? When I moved here, the second day, the first place that I visited by chance is a public library. I walked and I found public library.
Okay.
And I was, what is that place? What do they mean by public library? So this is the reason I went in, and as I told you before, I met just by chance in the lobby at Ghada, and she looked at me and she walked back to me right away, and she asked me about
So you by chance.
Yep.
So what does mean to you, Boulder Library?
It meant to me is really like a world of knowledge and information. The place that you can find everything, and you can feel, especially at the beginning, you feel it's like your family.
Yes.
Because you start
from there.
Bonded with people there, and especially in the outreach program, so you feel this is your family, your place. Whenever you miss something, whenever you need something, you just right away run and ask questions, and you find answer right away.
Wow. Oh, this you described before, but I will ask that question anyway. Do you feel that Boulder is home to you now?
Yes, definitely.
That's good. And why do you think? Can you describe that, or just?
Just you live in the place, you will love the people around you, and you find people are nice too, and it's comfortable to work in it. So you feel, okay, this is what most,
Mm-hmm.
this is what I need. So it's my home now.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Is there anything else you like to talk about, or you like to say?
I'm trying. Okay. Maybe I don't know if I miss this or I don't know about it, but I think if there is, I feel like we need more programs for women here, especially for like women came from overseas to explore themselves more and find more opportunities, because you come here and you're struggling with different things, like you have kids and you need to go for education. Although in the public libraries they help you, they direct you, but I think like we need more programs or more networking that can help you more
to support the women from the foreign country.
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
And thank you so much for the interview. I appreciate your time too. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. I noticed that you have the picture of the Martin Luther King Jr. picture. Could you tell us about a little bit?
Okay. Yeah. I have the picture of Martin Luther King with "I Have a Dream," which the speech that he had long ago. Yeah. And Martin Luther King for me is a hero. And when we were back home, we read a lot about the history here, and it's always to me he is a hero. Because he was a leader of the, and still I think even he's died, but still he is a leader of the peace movement, which I really believe in it, that everything can be solved by peace, and his journey for peace to change everything in the country by the peace movement. I admire that. So for me, he's like an inspiration, and I love to read about him. I like that, and put it here also for my kids, my daughters, to read about it and see everything can be possible, and everything can happen if you are using the right tools in your life to change. So if you want, and also to me, like, you have, as we say, you have to be the change you wish. So to me, like Martin Luther King, he changed all the world, not only here in the United States. So I always look at it at some point, and at every moment that I feel like this is something difficult, I cannot do it, I look up here and say, okay, it can be changed and it can be happen, but by peace.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you for telling us.
Okay, thanks. Thank you so much.